Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite amp sims from Neural DSP, which is the Fortin Cali version 2. So sit back and enjoy. Alright guys, how y'all doing? So as you can see on my screen, I have a session of Reaper opened up with a song called This Calling from a band All That Remains. So today I'm pretty much not going to go through the whole song, but in fact I'm just going to show you portions of it, so I don't want to get a copyright claim, as you will get if you play songs that, are not yours, per se. So let's start off with this master track right here. SSL, channel strip 2, EQ portion. That's all I'm running. Going into the Shadow Hills Class A mastering compressor, discrete setting. Followed up by going into this May EQ4 tonal EQ. Going into Ozone 9 imager, just to make, give it a little bit of stereo width, which I like. Then followed up going into this Ozone 9 maximizer, which is a limiter. And then I like using this metering plugin right here, this Ulean Loudness Meter 2 Pro. Because it kind of tells me where I want to be, right? For this particular video that I'm doing for YouTube. I like to be between negative 14 and 15 LUFS. I'm at negative 3.5 dB true peak, which is good. And my dynamic range is pretty good. It's between like 10 and 12, 13 LU, which is fine. I really like to be in that range. All right, so let's get out of here. So for the drums, I'm running Superior Drummer 3, which I love a lot, on this death metal drum kit. And this is my preset that I came up with, all right, as far as what I'm doing in the mixer. So if I go into the mixer right here, I have everything pretty much EQ'd, low pass and high pass, right? I always do that for my drums. And I usually try to keep the kick drum at about 40 to 50 hertz. And of course the bass would be at about 60 to 80. And then the guitars from about 90 to like 110 hertz. So that way they don't compete within frequency space. So that's what's going on with these drums. Going into this Townhouse compressor, which I love using on drums. It adds that punch that I really like to them. Followed up with this L2 Ultra Maximizer, which is like a limiter, if you will. So let me let you hear how this sounds like, all right? So yeah, this sounds pretty decent. Move on to the bass guitar, where I'm running Neural DSP Parallax. I usually run this plugin on bass, even though I have other pretty nice ones. I like using submission audio stuff as well. But first, you have to convert your bass DI to MIDI. So I use like programs like Easy Bass to convert that into MIDI, and then I'll run like Euro Bass 2 or something like that. But today I'm just running this Parallax plugin, where again this is my preset that I came up with. And guys, like sometimes I hear that certain people only use presets, right? But if you sit back for a moment and think logically, like you should always, let's say that you come up with your own settings, right? As soon as you save that, guess what it becomes? It becomes a preset. So unless I'm mistaken by something else, you're either insane or plain out stupid when you say, oh, people only use presets. Because when you dial up your own tone, that's a preset as well. So yeah, I don't get that part. But yeah, I thought I'd mention that real quick. Because it's stupid, I think. So these are my settings right here if you like to copy them. This is the cab section. Dynamic 57 on the left side, dynamic 421 on the right side. So let me go back here again so that if you like, you could copy my settings. All right? They sound really good. Then I'm going into this True Iron plugin as soon as it comes on my screen right here. Kazrog. It just adds more punch to my bass. And I really like using that. All right, let me get out of here. So let me let you hear how the bass sounds. So yeah, you get that metal sounding bass, right? So this particular mix has the main rhythm guitars with left and right guitar playing 100%, you know, respectfully. Then there's a solo guitar track, and then there's two guitar fill tracks, which I also panned 100% left and right. So let's talk about the main guitars first. So I'm running two guitar DIs into this bus right here. Where I'm going into Pro Q3 EQ, high pass at 100 hertz, low pass at about 6500 hertz. So here's the amp. This is the new Fortin Cali version 2 amp that just came out a little bit ago. This is like one of my favorite amps from Neural DSP, but in fact I do like all their amps because they're very good. So this company and STL tones are just killer. And you know, for a premium amps, and I think they just stand out the best. And of course, yeah, there's one Auto 1111, which is really good too. But I usually try to stick with Neural DSP. They're just really good plugins, and people say they're pricey, right? Which they are. I do agree. However, what about amp sims from Nimbrini? If those are not on sale, those are like 140 bucks each, which is expensive as well. And to be honest with you, some are even more expensive than the Fortin amps. So again, that's another piece of logic where again, maybe I'm not seeing what other people are seeing, or maybe I'm stupid, but I just don't get why they keep saying that, oh, it's more expensive. Dude, man, other amp sims are just as expensive, if not more expensive. Like the Brainwork amps too, right? Where you just get a freaking amp, right? That's pretty expensive. So if you think about that, I don't know, Neural DSP amps, I think they're priced about right, to be honest with you. So enough of that. So let's talk about what I have going on within this plugin. So I'm running this Zool noise gate a little bit, and then this overdrive pedal. I have the grind pedal, booster pedal disengaged. Running in stereo, obviously. And here are my amp settings, right? This is a 3-channel amp, clean, crunch, rhythm, and then your high gain lead sounds. Right? These are my settings. As you can see, very simple. Sounds really killer. To be honest with you, this amp, even in the default stage, sounds pretty good. Here's an EQ section that I have going on. Very simple. All right. So here's the cab section, which today I am running the internal IRs. So this side's a dynamic 57, and this side's a condenser 414 mic, as you can see. All right. So this is what's new. They added a delay pedal and a reverb, which is fantastic. And I'll show you how I use it on the lead guitar. Right? So that's what's going on with the rhythm guitars, and I'll let you hear that now. Real quick, just a little bit. So yeah, that's the rhythm guitars. And again, I don't want to play too much of it because I do not want to get a copyright claim. I hate when they do that. So let's move on to this solo guitar portion right over here real quick. I'll let you hear how that sounds like. All right, solo that out real quick. So for the solo guitar, what I did is I added delay and a little bit of reverb to that guitar tone. All right, it's the same. Jacked up this tone a little bit too, and I reduced the noise gate a little bit as well because I don't want the notes cutting out. So as far as the other stuff, this time I'm high passing at 151, and again low pass the same, about 6500 hertz. Right? Notched out some junk I don't like. Same thing, high pass and low pass again. So I high pass and low pass before the amp, and then I high pass and low pass again after the amp, because the amp system itself, it adds those frequencies back in, if you will. SSL channel strip, tweak tech, right? As I always use. MM1 maximizer and this wide preset. Then I adjusted this stuff a little bit as well. So it's really not a preset. It's just a parameter wide. And then I added this Pro L2 limiter to the lead guitar. All right, I'll let you hear how that sounds like as well. Okay. Sounded pretty nice, right? Let me let you hear that in the full mix real quick as well. So you just get an idea how it all blends together. Pretty cool, right? It sounds really good, I think. So lastly, there's these like little fill guitar areas, like right here. We're gonna check that out real quick too. Which is going into a boss, of course. Right? I'm not running these pedals at all. Same cab setup. Same EQ. Here's the amp settings for it. Here's the overdrive and noise gate. And again, basically the same high pass and low passing that I have going on. And the same thing, guys. It's going to repeat itself. This is what I use on my guitar chains. You know what I mean? I really didn't need this too much, but I added it anyway. It's not really necessary. But I'll let you hear how that sounds like as well. Move over here. So yeah, those are the different areas of the song. So let me try over here real quick. Let me show you full mix right here in this area. See how it sounds. And again, guys, I'm doing this arbitrarily. This is not planned out like what I'm gonna play, what area I'm gonna jump to next. This is all on the fly that I do. So these sounds that you're hearing, they're not rendered out. They're just straight up played through my DAW captured by OBS. That's all I'm doing here. All right, and I am showing you everything that I'm running so that you don't go out and buy stuff that I'm using. It goes, how come my shit sounds like shit? Listen, what you see on my screen is what I'm using. So if you pretty much duplicate what I'm doing, you should be able to get the same tones that I'm getting with whatever plugins that you might like to use if you don't have exactly what I'm using. You know what I'm saying? But they're all basically they're all basically the same. Sometimes you just pay for the name. So let's hear this full mix right here, this area. So there you go, guys, man. That's my mix for today and what I like to show you. I really like this Fortin Cali amp. Like I said, it's one of my favorite anthems. So what do you want me to say now, right? So if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, like, share my content. Do not forget to hit that notification bell, because I do not upload on a regular schedule. Because at times I don't have any time to do these videos as much as I used to. I just got this new position at work, totally busy with my real life. So this comes second, you know what I'm saying? Because that other stuff is my primary income. This is just fun, you know what I mean? And I like showing people stuff that, you know, how I mix and master. But who knows? Someday it might get big. We'll have to see. So guys, till next time, and we check out something different. Most importantly, take care of yourselves, okay? So that you can watch another one of my videos. Take care.